Okay, boys and girls, our social studies for Wednesday is going to talk about the Great Depression. Okay, the 1920s after the war were a great time. People had lots of fun. But then the Depression hit, and that changed a lot of things. So today in Friday's lessons are about the Great Depression. So remember, World War I went from 1914 to 1919. Then they have what are called the Roaring 20s, where everything was great for everybody, and then things go bad. So let's take a look at my notes. Okay, the Depression is a severe period of economic hardship in the 20th century or the 1900s. This was basically 1929 is about when it started. Many banks and businesses closed. People lost their homes, their farms, their land. In 1929, the president is Herbert Hoover. Remember, he ran that administration that took care of sending medicine and food around the world. His campaign slogan was a chicken in every pot and a car in every garage. What does that mean? That means that most Americans would be economically well off. In other words, they wouldn't be hurting for money if Herbert Hoover was elected president. The economy for the 20s was very good. People invested in the stock markets. Most people had more money to spend than ever before, and they spent it on sporting events, on new cars, going to the movies, fun stuff, not necessarily what you would, not just on necessities, okay? So, let's see. People could buy things on credit. In other words, they had a credit card. If one cannot pay full price for something, such as a car, they buy it on credit. So they would make payments every month, which is fine, but it's risky if you lose your job because now you can't make that payment. That's when they come back and they take back the vehicle, okay? People were also buying stocks. So they would invest money in companies, okay? They did this to invest and to make money. The stock's value was determined by the price agreed upon by the buyers and the sellers. So buyers and sellers agreed on a price. When the value goes up, people are willing to pay more for the stock. What did the companies use this money for? To pay back loans they had gotten, to produce more goods to sell, to hire more workers, and then to buy and take over smaller companies, okay? So it works kind of like this. If I buy 10 shares of stock at $10 each, I spend $100, okay? If I then sell that same stock for $15 a share, I get $150. So I now have $150, but I spent $100 to get it, so I have to subtract that. And that means that I made a profit, or I made $50. Okay, that's my profit, how much money I made after taking away what I spent. Speculation is buying stocks and selling when the price goes up. Okay, and then we have just a little bit more. Black Tuesday was the day the stock market crashed. That means that stock lost value quickly. Stocks reached the highest value in 1929 and the lowest value in 1932. So in 3 years, it dropped. There were not enough buyers, so the sellers had to keep lowering the prices. And then another thing that comes out of this debt is owing a lot of money, owing any money, okay? People went to the banks to get their money out, but the banks couldn't give them their money because they loaned out most of the customers' money. So things were pretty bad. The banks couldn't even give them their money. So we'll learn more about the Depression on Friday. For right now, you're going to go to IXL E E5. Okay, go to IXL E5. Have a wonderful day.